Taren S, and welcome to the House of Witchcraft. I've been doing magic for a very long time now, and I'm so happy to open up my cottage to you. Come on in. Hello, House of Witchcraft family, and of course all you other magical people out there. And if you are new, thank you so much for tuning in. And of course you know I've got an extra special message for all you new witches out there. Welcome home. Welcome home. You are our next generation. We are so happy to see you. Come on in. All right, today we're going to talk about how old Taren is. I know, it's a terrible topic. We had done a video on some fiction books that I liked, and I was having a hard time with witchy fiction books because in reality, I read a lot of nonfiction, witchcraft, mystical type books. But I thought I would take you guys down memory lane with me and show you my very first witchcraft book. And I also want to do a little, I've been doing this a little while. Y'all know that, right? I'm a little afraid, but I think I bought this book. I hate to say this out loud, and I'm going to. In 1979, I was 15 years old, and I got the Modern Witchcraft's Workbook by Riva. All right? And I know some of y'all are like, what in the hell is she holding in her hand? Used to, before we had them fancy publishers and all that other stuff, in the back of magazines would be these little adverts that would be like occult books, occult powers, the secrets of witchcraft. And you had to send off $2 and a self-stamped envelope, self-addressed and stamped envelope. And they would send you back a photocopy of a long list of book titles. And this was done through Occult One Publishing, through Lucky Mojo. And you would buy these little, you see I have stacks of these little books. You would buy these little books, and they were anywhere from $3 to $7. This is before Scott Cunningham. This is before all this. And when I talk about it as a Conjuring witch, this is all, Riva also did spellcraft, hexcraft, and witchcraft. And then, of course, the Voodoo Handbook of Cult Secrets that I would never recommend to anybody. But again, I bought this probably almost 30 years ago. But these were our mystical, magical books that we had access to probably well into, I would say, the late 80s or so. And that's when we started seeing some major publishers realize that there was money to be made in mystical, magical books. And that's when you started getting your Scott Cunninghams and other folk, and Wicca came into play. These books don't have any, this is all pre-Wicca. They don't even know what Wicca is. This is more of that blending of America's magic. It's folkloric magic where we see the influences of that very strong African-American influence. And then you're also seeing the native influence, and it's the high magic influence. And then you get those smatterings of Irish thrown in just to make it fun. Always remember, America's magic is one funky gumbo. And we need to keep the funk in our gumbo. That's what I'm saying, witches. And for us, this is Papa Jim. I love Papa Jim's magical oil books, by the way. There used to be a whole series, and you used to be able to get Papa Jim oils and things like that. And then this is where you're leaning into some of the high magic when you're getting into the golden secrets of the mystical oils, because we also had secrets of the magical seals. And this is a fun little thing. I bought this book when I was 17, and I cut it up and used it. Yeah, I know, you're not supposed to cut your books up. I know everybody's like, oh, Taren, you didn't. But I'll tell you, when I was about 21, I went back and bought one because I needed some of those seals I cut out and used. I went back and bought one, and I don't cut up it anymore. We used to actually, I remember us getting an overhead projector, putting our book underneath the overhead, under it, and it would come up on the wall, and we would put our paper on the wall, and we would trace our seals, you know? And I also say there's something really magical about connecting to it versus just photocopying it. When you really take the time to create and to write your seals out. But this was the magic that was in America. The folkloric, I say folkloric witchcraft, hoodoo witchery, southern conjuring, Crossroads Witchcraft, because we're on the crossroads, we're doing all sorts of stuff. But I thought I would give you a little glimpse into what started me down the path of witchiness. I talk a lot about we come into our magical puberty. You know, for many of us, we have a very common story. And that's sometime in our puberty, sometime between that 9 and 14 age, you start leaning into that black pointy hat. You start looking for more information. And that was my story. I started looking, and I found an article for, you know, witchy stuff, and I sent off for the book. And it had really good stuff in it, and I just started doing it. And I was very blessed within a couple years to be able to get involved with a coven. And that even further, you know, my experience, my journey. So my recommendation to all you young witches, keep the books you're buying, because if you hold it up long enough, they become out of print, rare, and valuable. I found that out when I pulled my books out, and I was like, do they even sell these anymore? Some of them, they do sell reprints, and you can get them still very reasonable. This is the revised black and white magic of Marie Laveau. I really wouldn't recommend this book from an academic point of view, but if you are a devotee of Marie Laveau, then you would probably want this book. If anything, the token of Marie, what she inspired, and things like that. All right, witches, this is a short one. I just wanted to let you peer into what inspired me, what started me on my journey. Please tell me, what is your book that started you on your journey? What was your first witchcraft book? I would love to know. And of course, you know, I'm going to do the infomercial part of this video and ask you to subscribe. And down there now, you see that really cool join button. You can become a House of Witchcraft member and support us. I have no videos behind paywalls. I do nothing exclusive. I put everything out here for everyone. So if you can put $1 in the spirit box and help keep this enterprise going, it would be greatly appreciated. All right, witches, I hope you're having as bright of a blessed day as I'm having. And you know, it never changes. It's always the same. Amen. Blessed be. Ashe. And a-bo-bo.